Pretty Ricky.
Hi, Pretty Ricky, our cameraman.
For the day. Make certain that camera is correctly situated, because right now it looks a little more crooked than I am.
And way more crooked than these are.
Keep going down.
Keep going.
A little more. Keep going. Keep going. Down. Nope, wrong way. Is it still recording?
Perfect.
No, it's not perfect. That is more crooked than Vladimir Putin.
I'm trying to look at the glass half full.
Is that better?
Perfect.
Is it level? It sounds like something. Is it still recording with the little seconds going by? Can you confirm that audibly, Pretty Ricky? Can you say something?
Yes.
Yes.
Yay!
All right. As long as it looks good and we look good, then we're good to go. Good job, Pretty Ricky.
Yes, thank you so much. And welcome back to another edition of My Southern Exposure. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, you're going to put the sign on in the back. We got a lot of juicy stuff to talk to you today about.
Everything.
Yes, everything. There's a lot going on in the world. And because of that, I need my energy. So you see all the wonderful goodies we have? Don't mind me if I smack a little during the show.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I love messing with this one.
There's nothing wrong with that. No, that's for sure.
Thank you. So, okay, well, first on my mind is Ukraine. God bless the people of Ukraine. Yeah. And I am just, it's horrific. I'm actually appalled that Putin would dare go into Ukraine and try to take it over. Can you imagine, like, here in America, just like one day, like someone from another country comes and just tries to take over our country?
Well, I can think of when the Pilgrims came out and took over the country from the Indians.
Oh my God! Okay. Oh, so we're going deep. We're going way back in the history.
But we're talking about the same. We're actually talking about the same time period.
Yeah.
I mean, all joking aside.
Yeah.
We are talking about the same time period, 1600s. I'm sorry, I got a little distracted. But we're talking about the same time period, actually. In the 1600s is when, quote unquote, the Federation of Russia, something or other, started to do this. Mm-hmm. And they actually took over Siberia first. And this has been like an ebb and flow situation, back and forth. Mm-hmm. All of you at home can actually pull up this information. There are geographical, topographical information that's available to everybody on the face of the planet currently, for right now. Who knows when things are not going to be accessible, because the powers that be sometimes don't like us to know everything, which is a really good point to bring back later.
Right, exactly. Well, okay, so I see what you're getting at. Russia, which was, at that time, as they were taking over countries around them, became the Soviet Union.
Correct.
But
that was in the 1600s.
The 1600s.
And it started in the Ukraine.
In the Ukraine.
That's why they call it the mother.
The mother. Got it. And then, fast forward to like 20-something years ago, these little countries started getting their independence again. Because I know Ukraine got its independence, I think, in 1991.
Yes.
And so it's been, almost 30 years, right?
Yeah.
So like 20 to 30 years ago.
Yeah.
So now what's happening is, I guess Russia's changed its mind and it wants the countries back. So, there's like a heavy connection with Ukraine, I think, because like I don't know if you all saw Putin's speech where he, declared to the country that, Ukraine is like, again, like you had said, the mother, and like if Russia loses Ukraine, it's like going to be the end of the Russian Empire. And I'm not quoting him, but it was along those lines that he said that. So, it's horrible because war, any type of war, is horrific. But to me, this is an unnecessary war. It's just, just Putin decides now that he wants to take Ukraine back. And the poor people of Ukraine, the president of Ukraine, or the government of Ukraine, said that no men between 18 and 60 can leave the country. They have to stay and fight. So what you're seeing is a lot of women with their children leaving as refugees to go into surrounding countries. So, it's really sad. I've seen some of the images, and people families saying goodbye to each other and that sort of thing. And I just really feel for the people. I hope that this war doesn't go on long and they can come to some sort of resolution. I don't know. What do you think?
Really? Okay, so I'm like trying to process everything that you just said like a fucking computer. I'm so sorry. I kind of like zoned out for a moment. Only because there's so much to actually unpack with that. Which is not funny, but it's funny the way that I looked. I understand that. And there's nothing funny about this topic, clearly.
No. But the way you looked.
The way that I looked, absolutely fucking hysterical.
You were like...
No, because there were so many things that you said that I did not expect you to say.
Oh, thank you, Pretty Ricky. Pretty Ricky made this delicious dip. Oh my God. What is it called again? I forgot.
Nanya.
A Nanya.
Nanya business.
Oh. He got me. I should backslap him.
Yeah, no, you should. No, it's just a chili cheese dip.
Mm-hmm.
Is what it is.
So anyway, yeah.
To get back on the topic with the most important thing, I think, for the entire planet is the seriousness of the situation. So, the Ukraine was independent.
Mm-hmm.
They're Ukrainian. They have their own language.
Right.
They do not speak Russian. It's a different version of what they speak.
Mm-hmm.
However, 1631 is when Russia occupied, took it over.
Mm.
Then they occupied and expanded through Siberia.
Okay.
So the Siberian Express all across the entire continent from one side to the other. That's another nation that they overtook. But this is before Hitler.
Yeah, way before, yeah.
So this is the thing that we have to actually think about. This is a long
I know what you're saying. What you're saying is
the end game is global domination. And it's something that was started in the 1600s and has been substantiated and backed up and propped up for hundreds of years in an aggressive fashion, not a diplomatic way. So the part that's distressing to me is that this is not going to go in the opposite direction. It's going to continue to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And nuclear warheads.
Oh, I know.
Being armed or set on high alert from him.
Well, war definitely has its ripple effect or its domino effect. And in the world that we live in now, like for a war like this to start, like a lot of things could just really go haywire. And the whole world be affected. I mean, we're already being affected here in America with the gas situation, it's starting to go up and that sort of thing, which is minimal or nothing compared to what the Ukrainians are going through. But what I'm saying is the ripple effect. And you bring up a really good point about like when something happens, what is the history behind it? See, you know, we're talking about a history that goes all the way back
1631.
Yeah, like 400 years. Yeah. So that's a long history.
That's a long game.
Mm-hmm, a long
Plan.
game. Mm-hmm.
So how is that even possible?
But there's something about the Europeans that, and I know Russia's in Asia, but even like when you look at Europe and over the history of time, look at England. How many countries England had?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, Barbados just got its independence, last month?
Yeah.
From England?
Yeah.
I mean, so, you know,
I didn't think about that.
It's something to look at.
I didn't think about that.
I don't mean to get racial, but I'm going to get racial.
It is
racial.
So,
and I'm speaking in regards to people trying to leave Ukraine. There's word, and also I've seen some video of people of color, African people, and then I recently heard a story today about an Indian person that was trying to flee Ukraine, and they're not letting them go. They're not letting them out. They actually literally pulled some people off. I think they were on the train or buses and made them get off so that white Ukrainians, you know, could get on. So, I mean, you know, that's, hey, but isn't racism like a global thing? And you know, it's not just Africans, it's today, like I heard, it's Asians, it's, well, they were saying...
Holy shit, are you serious? I mean, I don't even know how to unpack what you just said, because what you just said is completely on point. So, where do you think things are headed? Because I know what I think. I don't want to...
I want to hear what you think.
Really? Okay, so... Really?
I do. Uh-oh.
Fine. If you want the truth, fine. I'll tell you what I think the truth is going to be. This is going to end in World War III.
Oh my God.
Nuclear warheads will be going back and forth. People are going to die all across the entire planet. It's going to be at least 100 years before things start to even grow.
Oh my God. Well, okay, so this is the thing.
And this is something that's a very strategic plan that's been in place for a long time. You at home, you, just like me, and you at home, you can pull up the nuclear spots where they are already pre-planned each state.
Wow.
It lets you know the yield. It lets you know where the fallout, what the direction is, because there's certain wind patterns that go and everything else. It tells you how much regolith, dirt you have to be under instead of regolith. You have to be under a certain amount of dirt.
Well, I'm just going to say this. If that happens, we human beings are over. Because,
well, we're not over.
Well, when I say over, human beings as we are today and as we know it, we're over. Because even if you survive, right, think about the health implications of all that nuclear stuff. Like, how many people won't die then, but will die of cancer and horrible things. I mean, that's why I'm saying, I've been saying this for forever. Whoever takes it upon themselves to push the button, they must obviously want to die too. Because the minute we find out, we Americans find out that the button has been pushed,
guess
what?
It's 20 minutes.
We're pushing our button.
Yeah, but it's 20 minutes. We have a 20-minute warning.
A 20-minute warning.
That's it.
What the fuck can we do in 20 minutes? I guess I can go
Suck some dick in the back parking lot? Or hold somebody's hand and say that
you know what I think I would do?
And pray?
I think I would just. Oh God, I hate to even be thinking about this. I hope
Yeah,
this doesn't happen.
but I mean, it's not not thinking about it. It's actually on the table.
Well, I'll tell you, if I only had 20 minutes, yeah, I don't think I would be going to suck anyone's dick.
No, I was joking.
I know. But I'm just reiterating. I think I would be somewhere off to myself, just in meditation and prayer.
Yeah.
I probably would try to call my mom. The lines would probably be
that would be off.
Fucking just
that would be off.
Yeah,
there would be no way to communicate.
Yeah. So yeah, it would be really, but
it's a heavy topic.
It is a heavy topic. How many countries have? Okay, so Iran has nuclear right now.
17.
Or they're
17
close
countries.
to, right?
17 countries.
Yeah. Oh my God. So, well. Anyway, God bless the people of Ukraine. I hope you keep your country. I don't know where this is going to, but know that you have my prayers and you know, my best wishes. I am just so sorry that this is happening. And what the hell is wrong with Putin?
He's batshit crazy.
Oh my
God. Batshit crazy.
So you know what? I think we need to talk about what's going on in our state of Florida.
Oh, batshit crazy.
Yes.
Batshit crazy 1, batshit crazy 2, and batshit crazy 3, which ironically.
Speaking of batshit crazy, right? Okay, so there is a law called, what is it called, Joseph?
Don't say gay.
The Don't Say Gay law.
Gay bill.
Oh, gay bill.
It's not a law.
Bill.
It's a bill. So that means you and I are paying for it, as well as everyone else in the state of Florida. If you're gay or not, you're paying for a bill that says that they created the bill to stop people from talking about moms and moms, dads and dads.
Okay, so
under a certain age, which is, I can kind of understand part of that because it really doesn't apply, but what are you going to do? You're not going to pay attention to your mom and mom at home?
Okay, so this is the thing about that. First of all, I think that people out there are misinformed about the bill.
Yeah.
Because I was speaking with a trans girlfriend of mine the other day, and she's saying, and I need to really get up on the bill. I don't know if they've.
Oh, I read about it. They changed it.
Yeah. She was saying that the bill states that the Don't Say Gay bill or basically includes kindergarten to third grade.
5th grade, yeah, well, 3rd grade. Well, 5 years old, maybe.
5, okay. But then I was speaking to someone else in the community who said, oh no, it's from kindergarten to 12th grade, so I don't know what to believe. Now, this is the thing about that. My trans girlfriend said to me, well, I agree, because I don't think that little kids under 5 years old should be talking about sex. Okay.
Well, I disagree.
And to an extent, I agreed with her. But then I said to her, but what if you are a 4-year-old little kid like I was, and the kids were already calling you faggot and sissy, right? And you know, you're suffering in school, being horribly bullied. And you know what? Beyond this bill, really what they need to really get to the root of and be able to solve or have some initiatives to stop it is the bullying of kids. Because LGBTQ children get bullied relentlessly.
Of course.
You know, so that's a big issue. But I was saying that it's not necessarily speaking about sex. It's speaking.
It's not talking about the act of sex.
The act of sex. It's just, to me, educating children from a young age that in this world there are all types of people. And, you know, and everyone, it needs to be respected for who they are. Not getting into the nitty gritty of like what two men do,
What's a
or
stick
two
wear,
women do.
or what's a lip
yeah,
wear.
exactly.
And you know, I have to just stand up and double check to make certain that the cameraman did a good job. To
Okay.
see that it's still recording.
Yeah.
Please continue discussing
sure.
amongst yourself.
Sure.
Don't please.
Yeah, and
look
don't
at my
stick
big
a
butt.
don't stick a breadstick in my mouth.
I won't stick a breadstick in my mouth. I just want to make sure because
Yeah.
we're getting into the nitty
We
gritty.
are getting into it, honey.
Oh, we're good.
Oh, we're good. Yay! So anyway, that is the issue, and I think, really, to be honest, I think that the conservative Republicans, like the far right, they really want to like kind of erase. And when I say erase, because nothing can erase us.
No.
We're here on the planet. We have a history, we have a presence, and there is a future because LGBTQ people will continue to be born.
Oh, we're not going nowhere.
We're not going anywhere.
No.
We're not going anywhere. Evidently, there's a reason in nature why this keeps happening over and over again.
And it happens in nature, by the way.
It does, yeah, and with animals.
Penguins.
I know. Mm-hmm.
Penguins are unisex, where two male penguins will be a couple, and then there's some creatures, animals that actually have. They can be either.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't remember which one it is. There's like several. Mm-hmm. So it's not like we are unique. Mm-hmm. And whatever the higher power is, whatever belief that you believe in, it's around us.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah.
So
it's a part of nature. It's a part of nature. So
that's a pinky swear right there.
Pinky swear. So yeah, I think they want to like not acknowledge it and try to like ignore it and like pretend that it's not there. But the fact is we are. And there's children, LGBTQ children, that this will probably affect in a negative way. So now there is the other law for transgender athletes.
You know, now you're opening up a can of worms.
I know I am.
Can I address what you just said first before we move on to that?
Yeah,
because
sure.
I agree. We both agree and disagree about stuff, and
yeah.
I can't not just like say what's gonna come out of my mouth. I have no fucking filter, clearly.
Yeah.
But in reference to the don't say gay stuff.
Mm-hmm.
By the state of Florida doing what they're trying to do, that's not done yet,
mm-hmm.
but it's really close to it. If we don't drive up to Tallahassee, me and you personally, or other people, get involved and stop it, it's gonna go through. I'm not in the physical capacity to be able to actually even travel that far, but it is life and death, just like what's happening with me physically.
Yeah.
It is life and death, and it's not just about taking risk for myself, it's about helping other people, just like yourself. You've done it before. And if this bill is finalized, stamp approved, which you already know, Ron Dick Satan, fuck you, by the way, which technically you're my boss, but still fuck you. If Ron Dick Satan, I know I'm going to probably get in trouble, but I really don't fucking care. We already know he's going to say yes to it,
mm-hmm.
based off of his conservative, Trumpian kind of approach, and with the name, you think that he's Latino or open to borders and everything else like that, but the absolute opposite of what the person looks like and sounds like. They're doing the absolute opposite of everything.
Yeah.
in certain specific targeted areas, but then only open to having no rules for certain areas.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're white and you're heterosexual and you're a male, you need to move to Florida. If you are a white heterosexual woman, that means that as soon as you pick up the phone and say, help me, someone looked at me the wrong way and they're a colored person, I don't like the color of their skin, then the police will be there and possibly shoot the person. What? I'm just breaking it down on the real.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's so easy to get into our little shell, in the sense of, like, South Florida is a whole different story compared to the rest of the state.
Oh, yeah.
Because, here in South Florida, first of all, it's the most liberal part of the state. It's the most democratic part of the state.
But up there?
And yeah, but the rest of the state of Florida is very Republican, very conservative, and so...
Racist.
Racist,
sexist.
Yeah. There's a lot of those towns that I don't think I would feel comfortable going through. The problem, though, is going to Tallahassee at this point, there's a Republican domination right now in Tallahassee.
Yeah.
Well, right now, and it's been that way forever,
Yeah.
because the state is predominantly Republican.
We got to do something.
So there was a group of
if we
people.
let this go through.
Well, this is the thing. We tried to go up there. We were supposed scheduled to go.
You went up there.
I went up there in 2020, just before the pandemic started. And what was very telling to me is that everyone that met with us, all the lawmakers that met with us, were Democratic, and they were allies.
It was lip service.
Yeah. Now, but they were allies of our community. However, not one Republican agreed to meet with us. Not one.
Why would they?
And this is my thing. If you are an elected servant of society, even if you don't agree with who I am as a person,
you have to listen.
Your
job, you're getting paid because of
yes, exactly. And so that was very telling to me. So I don't know. This is just a big, and this is happening in other states around the country.
That's my concern.
Yeah.
If this happens here in our state, then that sets a precedence for other states.
Mm-hmm.
And with your in-person connection, with going there and trying to do what you did, which we knew we talked about and everything, and it basically falling on deaf ears with no traction at all, even though you attempted with the other people that you went with in an open fashion, then if we have this second thing and then there's a bill passed, you know what I say? Don't say straight.
Don't say straight.
Don't say straight, Bill. I don't want to hear about your mom and dad.
Yeah.
Because 9 chances out of 10, your mom is going to church with your dad.
And fucking Mrs. Jones.
And the mom is doing something with the pool boy.
Yeah.
And the dad is doing something with the soccer player.
Yeah.
So
don't. There's always been such a double standard, because we LGBTQ people are the minority, and so.
But we're not anymore. That's the problem.
We're growing. We're growing.
That's the reason why there's a problem.
This is the thing. Are we growing, or have we always been this way? It's just that more people are coming out because they feel comfortable to come out now, as opposed to like 10 years or 15 or 20 years ago.
We finally have a voice.
We have more of a voice. But what always has just cracked me up is if you see a straight couple walking down the street and they're holding hands and they're holding, yeah, oh, that feels good, by the way. Oh God, I need a massage. They're holding hands or they're kissing, right?
Right.
Okay.
PDA.
But let a gay couple do that.
Oh no.
Oh my God, how dare they? They're flaunting it. You know, they're you know.
Hi, my name is Darren. I see two men kissing each other.
Indecent exposure. And oh, how dare they flaunt that? Like, that is just horrible. You know, and so the double standard, you know, that we live with. But I just, I don't know. We have to keep fighting.
We have to keep fighting, but we have to actually follow through, because a lot of things we talk about, but then people don't follow through.
Yeah, they don't have follow through. Yeah.
There's a lot that we do lip service to in our community.
Yeah. Well, even recently, I went in 2020. Recently, like 3 weeks ago, another group went up. It was a last minute thing. I wasn't able to go. And I was speaking to one of the girls that went, and she's like, "Girl, it was almost like talking to a wall. Like, you know, but it's
that's a big but. You said it 4 times, and it's not the one who's sitting on it. That's a but.
You're funny. Well, no, but what I was gonna say is, it's still important for us to show up, and show out. For us to be seen. You know, okay, you're passing these laws, but guess what? We're here, and we don't like it, and we're gonna let you know about it, you know?
What do you think is the best way to actually make change? Besides just showing up and being vocal, what do you think is the best way to make change in our community?
I think that one of the most powerful things is to get them in their pockets. And that was a perfect example of that was in North Carolina when they passed the bathroom laws.
Yeah.
And then a lot of companies were like, you know, boycotting North Carolina, and they were feeling it in their pocket. And, you know, and so people, you know, they react when you're fucking with their money. It's like, hold on, you know? And so that, I think that's one effective way. But there's many different ways. You know, we have to continue.
Which do you think is the most effective?
I don't really know.
Well, I'm gonna put it out there only because I'm doing what I think is the most effective, is becoming part of
the
government.
Yes, and you know what? I missed that, because yes, you're right. We need more LGBTQ people in government, in positions of power. And so that is, I would agree with you.
Official position of power.
I would
not
agree
just
with
an advocate, not just somebody holding the sign.
No, we need congressmen.
Actually, people sworn in that are...
congressmen and women. We need senators. We need all of that, you know.
Committee members,
yeah, exactly. And you know what? I think we also need some chocolate on the Supreme Court.
Well, you know what the interesting thing is?
Some chocolate.
We getting some chocolate.
I hope so.
There's no hope so.
I hope she's
that's
approved.
a slam dunk.
Yeah, I hope
that's a slam
approved.
dunk.
Yeah.
There's no reason not to.
Well, honey, I am so happy.
I mean, if Donald Trump can put a person in a position who has, you know, who's related to him, who is a criminal, clearly, now we all know, that the entire family are basically mafia members, but just one family that only care about themselves. Okay, so, you're going to be my this, you're going to be my that, you're going to be my this, and I'll pay you extra.
Yeah.
So there's no reason for somebody who was already in the system, that already worked for somebody in the system, to be approved because they were already the assistant to that person.
Yeah.
That's the most logical transition. Lawyer. Assistant to. The next step is the highest position.
Yes.
First you're a lawyer, then you're your assistant. The best part about her specifically is that She was a public defender.
I know.
That's the best part to me.
That is
public
fabulous.
defender.
That's fabulous. And you know, I heard her speak the other day.
So eloquent.
So eloquent. I mean, she's just
she almost made me cry. I mean, she actually did make me cry listening to her.
So polished. Oh my gosh. So I wish her all the best, and it's about time. I mean, God, the Supreme Court is what, over 200 years old?
It's over
213, I think, or something
it's
like
overdue.
That. Don't quote me, but yeah, it's way overdue.
It's 150 years.
Yeah. So
yeah.
So
yeah.
Yeah. We definitely
we need at least 10. Let's try to even shit out.
Well, next probably would be nice to have an Asian on the. You know what I'm trying to say is we need
representation of every.
Yeah.
An L, a G, a B, a T, a Q, and if you have one that's Asian, African, biracial, whatever.
Latino.
Let's just put it all out there.
Yeah.
Instead of it just looking like 9 white dudes.
Well, that's what it's been for a very long time. I mean, you know, we have had
Ginsburg.
Ginsburg.
Oh, and then there's one before.
But what I'm saying is we've had like 2 men of color, but we never had a woman, a black woman. Yeah. You know, we've had 2 black men on the Supreme Court, and we do have a Latina woman now.
Yes.
So you know, so progression, little by little, things are happening. But yeah, I was so happy for Biden's choice. So Biden gets an A+ on that one.
I give him 5 stars for that.
But
I'm pissed off at you, Joe. And I actually posted about it. I said Joe, Joseph, Biden. You can Google my comment because apparently it's getting attention. I voted for you. I thought that you were I thought you would do more with what's going on right now, and I'm disappointed. And I'm saying that directly to you. That's why I'm looking into the camera. If you actually even watch this or someone forwards it to you, you fucked up. We shouldn't have put sanctions and all this bullshit. There's a lot of follow it up with actual actions. People are dying. People have to leave their homes. Children. The videos are appalling.
But you know, let me ask you this though. I swear the presidency is such a thankless job because I don't think one person can please everyone. You know, like there's always, if you go left, people are going to say, why didn't you go right? If you go right, why didn't you go left?
But this is
my point. There are many people that are going to say America does not need to get involved in another war. And I think that's what he's kind of, you know, we just got out of Afghanistan. And so I think he's trying to be supportive, but, you know, and take actions against the Russians without getting our troops involved in another war.
Okay, but at this point, it's beyond that.
Mm-hmm.
This is the annihilation of the entire planet.
Well, not yet, but
but it is. There is no not yet. None of this has ever happened before.
Well, now
Hitler didn't have access to nuclear weapons.
Yeah.
And what's happening right now is something unprecedented, and it has never happened before.
But you don't think, did you hear Putin's threat? He said if any country gets involved...
everyone's involved.
But what I'm saying is, he said if any country gets involved in the war with Ukraine, like in other words, troops fighting against the Russians...
So he's laying down his dick.
He will... the world will see, and I'm trying to remember word for word, but don't quote me. But the world will see
things that never happened before.
Yeah, things that never happened before. And what is that saying? So, as president of this United States, I think Biden is just like, and of course, you know,
he's biding his time.
I love that, and I'm sure he has a host of officials that are like, advising him on like how to handle this.
I bet you if Kamala
Mm-hmm.
was in charge, this would be a completely different situation.
So, what do you think? Kamala's gonna go in there and bust some balls?
Abso-fucking-lutely. Because it's not just a region; it's the whole planet.
Mm-hmm.
It's a systematic thing about race and holding people back, and segregation, and money, and monetary system, and just everything all together. And I think that she possibly could be. And if you're listening, Kamala, I love you. I'm not really a big fan of your boss, but I still do love him.
And ironically, that's great. I'm glad you say you love her, because so many people are like fucking ranking on her. The media,
I love
her. They like, she's getting really a bad rap, and I'm like, what is she doing? Like she's
busting her ass.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like, when I say what is she doing, I mean like, what has she done for the media to rake her through the coals?
What have you done for me lately?
Hey!
I might get in trouble. I might have to pay some copyright infringements with saying that.
No, I think you could do so many beats or whatever. I can't remember the number.
Yeah, it's 8.
Okay.
We're under 10.
Okay. So that's, oh my God, I tell you. But let's talk about something fun.
Oh, yeah, you know what? Let's talk about something really inspiring that just happened recently. Not getting into specifics, but being physically active is good for people who have injuries. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
And one of the most beautiful things that has ever happened in my entire life happened on Saturday. With myself and my partner.
This is a beautiful story.
This is
I think I'm going to crack open another bottle of water.
Seriously.
I think you might want to crack.
I'm going to crack open a beer, that's for sure. Crack open a beer. Clearly, I haven't had enough. All joking aside, we went to the city pool only because it's a heated pool. Mm-hmm. And our pool that we have that is absolutely beautiful is cold.
Freezing.
Not freezing.
It's cold.
It's getting close now this week. Mm-hmm. But last 2 months,
too cold. Yeah.
I mean, you could put beer in there and it would be the perfect temperature.
Oh my God.
Put your beer cans in there at like a 70-degree temperature so to keep them nice and cold. So we've been going to the city pool, and part of the reason why is I also wanted to see what's available to the people who live in the city of Coral Springs, being on the Affordable Housing Committee, and also hopefully soon, fingers crossed, the Multicultural Committee. As well as zoning and noise abatement board. That would be an upgrade from committees. Fingers crossed. All you people in City Hall, including the mayor, thanks for the compliment, by the way. Vice mayor also as well as the old mayor's wife. Absolutely beautiful. I wanted to see.
He is smoothing with the big wigs now.
I'm not smoothing.
It's amazing how you're connecting with these people
without even trying.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's organically happening.
Just happening. I mean, all joking aside, I wanted to because of my necessity, which is selfish, but I needed to be in a pool that's warm. We had to go.
Yeah.
So what happened this past weekend was we went to the pool. We got all situated. It's not simple when you have, physical limit.
When you have situations going on, right?
Stuff going on. It takes, a while to get set up. And then you get ready to do something, and then someone comes and says, "Oh, you can't do that," for whatever the reason is. And I was calm, cool, collected. I just said, "Well, we'll just go home." And as we were leaving, whoever this individual is, the pastor at the local church, right by Mullins Park, I think it's 2 doors down, by the way, thank you very much for what you did. He came up to us and said, "I don't think that you should leave. I think that you should come back. I don't like the idea that you're leaving just because we're doing a baptism." Because they had it booked, scheduled.
Yeah.
And I mean, we're talking a big pool, about the same size as ours, but just long instead of at an angle. It's the same size pool. But it's just walking height, 4 foot high.
Yeah.
But it's easy to walk into, so you don't have to have handles.
Oh, okay.
You walk into it like you're going into the beach, with a little round area. He came up to us and said, "Come back."
That was
we already had the car packed. He came out. I had no idea.
That was really nice.
Perfect stranger to me. And he's he started talking Spanish. I'm like, "No habla español." I Porquito español. Is exactly what I think I said.
And you know what? It's so funny when you speak Spanish because you really sound just like a white
boy.
dude.
I know I do.
You do. And I look at you. You look so Latino. You're half Latino.
I know.
But you have the look of so when you come out and say, "No habla español."
I said Porquito.
No,
Porquito español.
Poquito, they're like, "Oh yeah, okay. He doesn't speak Spanish."
No.
But I think it's so beautiful that you were invited back. So did you get to witness the
4 of them.
Baptism?
4 baptisms. And prior to the baptisms happening, I basically just stayed at the one end of the pool and walked back and forth. Just at the 100 feet away.
Okay.
Just walk back and forth just to do my physical therapy. And as soon as they came over, I got out of the pool, even though that they're at the other end.
Yeah.
One of the preachers was blessing the water. And not that I'm unblessed, because clearly I am, already baptized.
Blessed, so blessed.
And blessed in many ways. But I got out of the water when I saw the person walk up and he put his hands in the water and bless the water to sacrament it. That's what they do, and to bless water, basically. So I got out.
Can you sacrament me?
All right, stop, because we'll come back to that after I'm done talking about this beautiful God blessing. Because now you're making my mind go into a negative, not a negative way, but a perverted way. I will definitely sack. But all joking aside, he blessed the water. And I was sitting off to the side, and they did 4 baptisms. A couple of people were older. No one was a child.
Okay.
So I think maybe 1 or 2 of them were second doohickeys, or a rebaptism, or it might be something in reference to cultural things,
Okay.
where maybe they might not have been a citizen of the United States, and then they
I
are,
see.
and then now they want to be baptized,
Yeah.
or children of, or granddaughters of, or whatnot. But I was crying like a pussy.
Oh my goodness. Well, you were probably feeling the spirit.
Oh, and
Yeah.
and the moon,
Yeah.
the half crescent moon was right above him
Oh, that's
as
so
he was doing it
beautiful.
with his
Yeah.
co-pastor,
Mm-hmm.
and then they dipped them in the water and stood them up.
Oh my God. Well,
I mean, it was an absolutely beautiful thing to witness.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing because that reminded me of when I was baptized.
Oh, did you get put in face first?
I did get put in face first, and let me tell you, I freaking didn't hold my breath. The minister's like, hold your breath, and I got up when he lifted me up the first time. I started choking. I was like in front of the whole church, and then
Do you remember it?
Do I remember it? I was like 12.
Mine was done when I was an infant.
Oh no! I know different churches do it different ways, but I was 12 because at the church and by the way, my father was Hindu, and so we did Hindu prayers and stuff with my dad, my sister, and I. But then we also went to church with my mom because my mom is Christian. So the church that we went to, they didn't believe in baptizing you until you could
make the choice.
Yes. So you went through like baptismal
School.
classes, and you had to make the choice to be baptized because they wanted you to do it with your free will, not like just be forced to.
What?
They would bless babies. You know, it'd be like a christening, a blessing. But the baptism was done when you were older, and so I was so embarrassed. And then he had 2 more times to duck me, but he was just really like
Lightly doing it.
He was lightly doing because I was about to die up in that thing. And in my church,
Now you have no problem with things going down your throat.
oh my God. You are so naughty. Oh my God. And
I'm sorry.
Anyway, but leave it to me to make a scene. Like wherever I go, there's going to be some sort of like Raji-liciousness going on. And so yeah, that just reminded me of that. But I think it's so beautiful. And you know what? That is being Christian.
Yeah.
That's being Christ-like.
Yeah.
He saw you two leaving, and he came out to get you and said, no. I feel bad having you two leaving. Come on back. Yeah. And that to me is being a Christian.
Yeah.
Christ-like.
Yeah.
So,
and it was such a beautiful thing that we saw.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. Hello. I gotta say, if you haven't seen Medea on Netflix, the new Medea's out. I saw it last night on Netflix.
Did you?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh my God, you gotta watch it.
I'm gonna have
There's
to
some
watch it.
corny parts, but like some of the parts are so fucking funny.
Didn't she
I
dress
was
up like
cracking up.
Beyonce at the end?
Yes. It is. You gotta see it. So maybe tonight you can watch
Oh, I'm
it.
definitely gonna.
So it's on Netflix. It's called Medea's Homecoming.
I know.
And you're gonna love it. And there's
I saw the preview for it. I'm like, oh my God, I have to watch it.
and there's a
Are you in it?
LGBTQ theme.
Oh.
So I want you, watch it. But
That's nice.
But there's a comedian from Ireland that's in it. His name is Brendan O'Carroll. And he has a character that's real popular over in Ireland and England. It's called Mrs. Brown.
Oh, I've heard of that one.
Yeah.
I've heard of Mrs.
So
Brown.
Mrs. Brown and Medea meet up in this movie, and honey, her scenes are hilarious because she's doing her Irish accent.
Of course.
And she says, and I'll just give you an example. The first scene is she comes in the house and
Don't ruin it. Don't be a spoiler.
Okay, no spoilers. All right, just watch it. Watch it.
Don't spoil it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I don't want you to spoil it for me.
Yeah, no, I won't.
Or them.
I can't help it. I'm bursting at the seams, but no, I'll hold back. Maybe the next show we do, we'll talk about it.
we can do a recap. And then I'm gonna, you know what? It's interesting.
Let me know what you think, because I want to hear it.
Well, first, absolutely, I will. I'm gonna watch it probably as soon as you walk out the door, because it's the one that's my favorite right now. Well, there's two that are my favorite. It sounds kind of strange to say I have two favorites, but the most recent one that I saw is this movie. It's a TV show. Oh, good God, I don't know which one to go over first. They're both so good. Oh, there's three of them.
Really?
I text you about one of them. I can't remember the name of the one. The one that I just texted you about, that I just saw last night, and I told you about how good it was.
Oh, damn. I can't remember either.
You know, this is when it comes in handy. When
technology.
When you can look at your phone, and it's so good. I have to tell people about it. It's a TV show. I thought it was a movie, and it ended up turning into a TV show. It's only series number 1 of it. Jesus Lord Almighty. Give me a second. Hold on.
Are you sure you sent it to me?
Yes, I did. Give me one moment. Because I have to look through all my text messages, because I bother her on a nightly basis, late at night now, recently, unfortunately. Okay, so... It's not that one. It's not that one. It's not me smacking your ass, because that was a video of me smacking your ass. Literally, not figurative. I mean, figuratively, not literally. Can't remember the name right now. Oh, Upload. Upload.
Okay, so that's one.
That's one of them.
Uh-huh.
There's another one. Well, I think that's actually the most appropriate for right now. Is Upload. It's on
Netflix.
It's on. No, it's Prime. It's on Prime. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't recognize it. I didn't see it on Netflix.
It's on Prime. Well, I mean, we have like all of them.
You have all of them. You have Hulu, Prime.
We have all of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
well, tonight I know you're going to be running Netflix.
Oh, I'm going Netflix tonight. That's for sure.
But Medea Homecoming. Well, what's that one about?
Well, that one specifically, and I don't want to be a spoiler person, so I'm not going to get into the specifics about it, but it's not a movie. Mm-hmm. It's a TV show in season number 1, which, fingers crossed, they have season number 2. 9 episodes of great acting that just gets better and better and better. Like the first one is good, the next one's better, the next one's better, the next one's better. It just gets better and better and better.
Wow.
Like every single thing. Cinematography, writing, actors, how they look.
Oh my
They must
goodness.
have done some image consulting. I mean, the whole thing, like us. We started off like this over 50 episodes ago.
Yes, we did.
And now
I cannot believe it's been that long.
We keep getting better and better.
Yeah.
And everything just takes time, but these people, they got a lot more.
And I mean, and I've been a part of like so many different shows. The beauty about this show is it's so grassroots, and we just like shoot the shit. Like, like we sit and we're real and we talk about what we want to talk about. So, yeah, I mean, I've been on shows from the most professional, I mean, CNN, Dr. Phil, Anderson Cooper, all the different, big time shows with the professional studio and equipment and stuff. And those were wonderful. And, and they have their beauty in place, but the beauty I would say the beauty and the gift that this show is that we just are grassroots, we're down to earth, we sit down and we talk about what we want to talk about, and we keep it real. And I'm making him emotional. Oh, it's okay.
I never knew that you felt like that. I mean,
Well, yeah, no, but it's true. I think, it's kind of like soap, Joseph. Soap. You go down a soap aisle and it's all freaking soap, right?
Yeah.
But you might pick Dial because you like the way it's packaged and the way it's all. I might pick Coast. Someone else might pick Dove. It's all soap, but what I'm trying to get at is that everyone has a place and everyone has something to offer. And I know that we have people out there that appreciate the way we do our thing. So my Southern exposure. And I think today is the show that I'm going to stand up and pull my panties down for everyone.
Well, I'm going to have to look the other way because I can't afford to pay for that.
Well,
that's a very expensive view.
Well, in keeping with the theme of the show, my Southern exposure. Southern part. This is my Southern part.
Girl, you know what? Maybe that might turn into the end photo. That actually might be the perfect photo to end with.
Right? But yeah, so I just had to say that, and I know we're going to get ready and wrap things up, but I just wanted to make that comment, and we appreciate the people that do tune in to listen to what we have to say, and
we're going to start to have audience members.
Oh yeah. This is another thing about watching our show. Every time there's an episode, you never know what you're gonna get. Okay, we keep spinning it up, twisting it around,
and improving.
And improving. And so
we have local followers that will become part of the audience very soon.
And it's going to be fun because it's going to be an interactive show.
Yes.
So we're going to have the audience that's going to actually be a part of the show.
Ask questions.
So, yes. Even make comments about things.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Local.
So stay tuned.
You've got to stay tuned. And more importantly than that, we want to know if you're interested, if you live in the Fort Lauderdale area, if you're interested in coming to be part of the show, please reach out to us, Joseph at mySouthernExposure.site, Raji at mySouthernExposure.site, Rick Lehman at mySouthernExposure.site, Raji Miami.
You can get me on Instagram, Raji_BotchTV. You can get me on Facebook, Raji Rajendra Narayan Singh. You can get me on my other email, Rajendra, Rajindra, Miami, one word, @yahoo.com. You can freaking Google me. You will find me. Rajee.
I'll Google her later. But you can also just make a simple phone call and that little phone over there. 954-510-9278 is the phone number. It's actually on, and I turned it on Audible. So this is not a live show with interactive people.
Yeah, but we're all the way live though.
We are definitely live.
And real.
And unedited.
Yeah.
But you can also fax 954-510-9281. You can always, there's a fax machine back there. You can always ask us a question and obviously pull up all the social media platforms also as well. But at this point, we're all across the United States in every state.
Every state, and we're all across the world.
All across the world.
Because we are international.
You are international now.
Our crotches are international.
They definitely. Mine's not international. Well, I mean, I don't know.
Anyway.
Does it count if you've not traveled but you've had sex with somebody from another country?
Oh, I think that counts.
Does that count?
Yeah.
Insertion counts?
Yeah, insertion counts.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
You know,
right.
that actually might be a really cute phrase. Insertion counts.
Insertion counts. I like it.
So then I'm internationally known.
Yes.
In reference to
Insertion.
my bandwidth, or I've inserted into.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
are either.
Yeah. Some are either.
Either.
Oh my gosh. Listen, we want to thank you for tuning in for another wonderful show. I think it was pretty juicy.
Oh yeah.
And and don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, share, comment. We want to hear from you.
Yes.
What do you think about the topics that we're talking about? Give us your opinion, and so definitely comment. We want to see that.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And then if you live here in the Fort Lauderdale area, we have plenty of space here. We're going to be having, changing the studio setup into another area, and then also another area, depending on how many people want to attend. But I think the next time that we do the show, we're going to have 6 people. I already have 6 already on the
That's
on the roster,
wonderful. So it's going to be double juicy, triple juicy, quadruple juicy,
juicy.
Yeah, exactly.
Octa juicy.
Octa juicy. Oh,
well,
on that note,
yeah.
Yes, I want to wish everyone love, happiness, peace, good health, prosperity, and many wonderful blessings.
Kudos.
Namaste.
Namaste. I agree also as well. Thank you for watching our silliness, especially with all my cussing. Usually she's the one who cusses, but today she's apparently on good behavior. So
yeah, I'm behaving myself today. But you know what? Remember this. If you don't laugh, you cry. Have a little fun. It's okay to be silly and laugh.
Yeah.
The world is too serious. We have so much going on. There's enough to be depressed about.
yes,
So,
let's focus on the good, but
Yes.
also acknowledge what's actually happening.
exactly.
Well, we will see you next time. I don't know when it's going to be. It might be the end of March.
We'll see you though.
We'll see you sometime soon.
We'll see you.
We'll see you
you.
All right.
Mwah!
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, and the cameraman is not in the room.
My southern exposure.
Is Ricky close by?
Pretty
Cameraman?
Ricky.
Pretty Ricky. No, he's not. So I'm gonna have to edit that.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna edit it.
Yeah,
out.
just
I'll
get
just
up
go
and
ahead
turn
and get
it
up and
off.
turn off the fucking camera.
Turn off the fucking camera. Oh.
Oh, good lord.